Hello, my friend. You are listening to CEO Soapbox podcast with Neda Farzad, episode number 8. Today, we're challenging a phrase that's been ingrained in business culture since day one: the customer is always right. It sounds nice, it sounds noble, but clinging to that belief can drain your resources, kill your team morale, and slowly sink your business. After 25 years in business, handling my fair share of challenging customers, yep, we all had them. Let me be straight with you. Here's how I see it. Not every customer deserves a seat at your table. Some customers cost you more than they're worth, and firing them is the best decision you will ever make. It feels wrong, but I promise you, it's one of the most powerful strategic moves you have in your business. So, in this episode, we're going to dissect this completely. We'll talk about why the customer is always right. Mantra is so damaging for business sometimes. I'll give you a clear list of red flags to help you spot the wrong customers, the ones who are silently killing your profit margin and your culture. We'll cover the massive upside of cutting them loose. And most importantly, I give you a playbook how to do it professionally without causing a massive drama. All right, let's start with debunking this myth. So, where did this crazy idea even came from? It was polarized by retail magnates like Harry Gordon Selfridge over a century ago. And for selling hats and gloves, maybe it worked. But in today's world of complex services, partnership, and high value relationships, I believe it's a deeply flawed philosophy. Clinging to this idea forces you, your team, and your business into impossible situations. It means your team have to absorb abuse from unreasonable customers. It means they have to bend over backwards to meet absurd demand, often at a financial loss to your company. It creates a culture where your team feels unsupported and undervalued. So you're essentially telling your team, hey, your expertise, your time, and your well being are just a few of the things that I am willing to sacrifice at the altar of the almighty dollar. This is a terrible, terrible message to send to the people you rely on to build your business. This is a recipe for toxic culture, high staff turnover, and the big one, low profitability. So, now that we know about the myth, let's talk about identifying the wrong customers. They aren't always the loudest and the angriest. Often they are the silent profit killers. Let's run through some of the red flags. I call these customers the vampire clients because they suck the life and profit out of the businesses. I'm going to give you 4. Number 1 is unprofitable time suck. So this client pays their bill on time. You have them, right? But they take up a disproportionate amount of your team's time. They have endless questions, constant emergencies, even though you don't run the hospital emergency department, and requires so much handholding that their profit margin is actually negative when you factor in all of the costs. The second ones are the culture killers. This is the kind of client who tests your patience. They are rude and disrespectful and seem to have skipped a memo on how the process works, but still have plenty of opinions, even in the areas that they're not exactly qualified to weigh in on. And let's not forget, they might even vent their frustration by being outright unpleasant to your team. They treat your team like their personal assistant and create a hostile environment. Keeping them on board sends a clear signal that you're willing to sacrifice your people for revenue. And that's a shitty trait. The third lot of vampire clients are the scope creepers. Ooh, if you're in a service industry, you know what I'm talking about. Yep, I can see you nodding. They agree to a specific scope of work, but they have constantly trying to get just one more thing for free. They blur the boundaries, try to guilt you into doing work that wasn't part of the deal. They don't respect your business model. They don't respect you. The fourth ones are the perpetual discounter. This client haggles on every single job, every single invoice. They don't see the value you provide. They only see it as a cost. They will never be a true partner, trust me on that one, and will likely to jump ship the second a cheaper competitor comes along. If a client ticks one or more of these boxes, you don't have a valued customer, my friend. You have a liability. So let's talk about the benefits of firing these vampire clients. This is my favorite part because I've been there and it's been the best thing that I've decided I want to do. Firing a bad customer isn't a loss. That is what I call addition by subtraction. You're actually gaining back time, energy, and trust me, your sanity and your team's sanity. The moment you do it, you unlock a cascade of positive benefits. And I want to share the 3 most important benefits to your business. Number 1, yeah, you guessed it, your team's morale goes through the roof. The relief is immediate and so obvious you could almost taste it. When your team sees that you have their back, that you're willing to protect them from a toxic client, their loyalty and engagement skyrocket. You've shown them they are your real asset. The second important one is your profitability increases. Trust me, it would, because it just freed up a huge amount of time, resources, and energy that was being wasted on an unprofitable account. Your team can now redirect that focus towards serving your best customers, the ones who truly value you, or on acquiring new one, a better clients. It's like taking a handbrakes off your business. The third one, you gain clarity and focus. Clarity and focus is one of the most important things in business. Keeping bad feed customers confuses your brand and your strategy. When you exclusively work with clients who align with your values and respect your expertise, your purpose becomes crystal clear to everyone. You attract more of the right people, and your business becomes stronger and more resilient. All right, we talk about toxic client, and now it's and that's the hard part. Let's roll up our sleeves and dive into the art of firing a customer professionally, of course. So we identified a vampire client, and you're ready to say goodbye. How do you do it without creating a war? It needs to be handled with professionalism and grace. This isn't about being a dick. It's about making a strategic business decision. So I'm going to give you 4 ways that you got to go through. There's a process, very simple process you got to go through. Number 1, you got to go back to the contract. You must first check your agreement. Understand your obligation regarding termination clauses and notice periods. Get your ducks in a row. You want to make sure, like I said, is a strategic decision. It's just coming from that's where the second one comes in. Don't make it personal. This isn't about being a bad person or bad business. The reason for the split should always be framed as a fit issue and should always be a fit issue. The key phrase is, we don't believe we are the right partner to help you achieve your goals moving forward. It's not you, it's us. That's what we say. Number 3, you must be clear, firm, and final. When delivering tough news, don't leave room for negotiation or ambiguity. Keep it clear and to the point. And word of advice, ideally do this over the phone or in a video call. Emails can be very tricky. Trust me, I've been there. So I sent what I thought and it was a perfectly straightforward email. And it ended up being completely misinterpreted. Meanwhile, when I rang and I said exactly the same message, exactly the same way that I always say it, because I'm the person, I say it directly, I don't like fluff, it actually received without the hitch. So, moral of the story, tone doesn't always survive the trip through the email. So stick to the verbal communication when it matters most. And this step is very important. Last one, step number 4. This is the most important step. I know I said the last one's important, but this is the most important step. Very, very, very important. Did I mention it's very important? So number 4 is manage the offboarding. You have to create smooth transition plan when you're saying goodbye to the client. It could be hand over all the necessary files, access, and information. You could even suggest, if you want to, 1 or 2 other providers who might be a better fit for them. We're not taking responsibility. You don't have to do it if you're not comfortable, but it's something that you can actually do. Ending the relationship on a helpful, professional note minimizes the chance of bad blood. The goal is a clean breakup, not a messy divorce. All right, I can already feel the anxiety bubbling up for you. Let's just tackle the biggest fears that is popping up for you. I'm going to share 3 of them that I have been told so many times, and it could be you. So the first one, but we need the revenue. My question to you, do you really? Have you calculated the true cost of this client, including the excess staff hours, the lost opportunities, and the morale damage? Often when you do the maths, you find you're actually losing money on this customer. Firing them frees you up to find profitable revenue. The second one, what if they badmouth us online? This is the biggest one since the online world came along. And the truth, it is a possibility. But it's less likely if you handle the offboarding professionally. And let's just be honest, a person who was nightmare to work with probably isn't the most credible source. Your good clients and your reputation will speak louder than one disgruntled voice. Plus, you can't run your business based on a fear of bad reviews. You're going to get them, but handle it. It's okay. You're going to get it, and I can guarantee you won't. Last one is, isn't this bad for our reputation? Aren't we supposed to serve everyone? Short answer, no. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to run a healthy, sustainable business. You're not supposed to serve everyone. Your reputation will be stronger when you become known as a business that works with a certain caliber of client, one that values partnership and mutual respect. You are curating your brands, and I'm here to tell you, elite brands are defined by who they don't serve, just as much as who they do serve. All right, time to wrap it up. The customer is always right must sound like a golden rule, but let's be honest, it's more like an outdated myth that can cause some real damage to businesses. Running a successful business requires you to be guardian of your team, your culture, and your profitability. And sometimes that means showing the customer the door. It's not about being ruthless, it's about being strategic. By identifying and professionally firing your wrong customers, you improve morale, boost profitability, and create space for the right customers to come in. Thanks for hopping on the soapbox with me today. Always great to have your company here with me. If anything I said resonated, please go ahead and subscribe and share this with someone who enjoy it too. Want to keep the conversation going, or maybe you think I deserve a little friendly pushback? Either way, let's connect. You can find me on LinkedIn. Just search for Neda Farzad, and that's Neda Farzad, or Instagram and Facebook under Neda Farzad Official. Wishing you an amazing week ahead. Until next time, stay curious and stay kind. Bye for now.